What's going on YouTube? Want to get that unbox therapy look on a budget? Well, I'm here to tell you how. Now, before everyone jumps into the comments telling me how this isn't exactly what Lou's setup looks like, I know it's an approximation, it's the general kind of look and feel and vibe that we're going for. So, how has he done this? And how have I copied it? So, at the moment, I'm set behind the typical grey background here. I've got a wide ass angle lens and I've got all of the lights around me. So let's come and turn the camera around and take a look at exactly what it is that I've got going on here to give me this look. Right, so this is what it looks like from over here. Now, obviously my setup is going to look a little bit different to Lou's setup because I'm working with something different to what he's working with. In terms of the amount of space that I've got to work with in here, the room is probably about 3.5 meters or so deep, and then it's about 4 meters, maybe 4.2, something like that meters wide. So I haven't got the warehouse size space that Lou's got to work with, so I'm not going to be able to replicate the look that he's got exactly, but I'm working with what I've got. So let's take a look from behind the camera, or behind the desk even, what it is that it looks like. Right, so this is what it looks like from where I'm sitting. I've got my softbox over here. Inside that, I've got 4 45 watt newer bulbs. They're 5500 Kelvin, so daylight temperature bulbs. There's 4 of those in there. I've got another softbox up there, another softbox over there, and I've got my my newer ring flash, the 18-inch one over there, and that's it. That's all I'm using for lighting. All the rooms, the built-in lights are all switched off. I'm not using any natural light. Curtains are drawn, and then the paper behind me is blocking out the rest of the natural light, and that's it. In terms of equipment, I've just got myself this little remote control here, and I'm just using that to turn the to start and stop recording, so I don't have to keep reaching over the table to hit the button, and that's it. And obviously just the 10-foot wide paper background came on an 11-meter roll. They come in different lengths. It wasn't that expensive. I think it was about 45 or 50 pounds delivered for the paper, and that is it. That's all I'm using over here. The whole setup came to less than 250 pounds. Obviously on top of that, you need to factor in your camera and your recording equipment, but in terms of if you've already got that kind of stuff, let's just set you guys down over here. Then it's pretty easy to get the look. So, what am I using to record on? I'm just recording on a Canon 200D, nothing spectacular. I'm recording in 1080p. In terms of lens, I'm using the Canon zoom lens. It's the EFS 10 to 18 millimeter, 4.5 to 5.6 ISSTM lens. Gives me that nice wide fisheye look. If you're recording on full frame, which I don't know how many of you guys are, but in terms of, I'm normally recording at around about 14 millimeters focal length on a EFS camera. And that translates to around about 22 mil or so in a full frame equivalent. So you need to be using something around about that kind of look. So I mean, this is not quite as far back as I've normally got the camera set, but even then, I mean, I'm touching distance to the camera, but you can still get all of me in here. So that's how we're getting that look. And that's a big part of what gives Lou that distinctive and characteristic look on his channel. Thumbs if you liked it, subs if you loved it. See you next time.